So in my experience, the short-term and long-term solutions are connected to one another and embedded in the question. We first have to become, and this is not easy, and old, apparently wise professors have to learn this as well as you do, and you might very, very well be able to teach them because you might understand the technology better. My son, who's 24, teaches me all the time about little pieces of disinformation coming out of the US government and how to sort of decode them in particular ways that I don't understand technologically, even though I know my way around, making a PowerPoint. So like I said before about, elders and young people working together, etc., we literally need to work together. I literally need to learn from you better how to do some of that countering of the disinformation that's at the center of Diego's question. The professors will also help. We'll help each other, but it has to be together, and that's the first thing, is to look at those lies that are passed off in boldness as if they are the truth, and when they're the opposite of the truth. And to construct both a better understanding of how to process information and also to be truly human and understanding that there's usually more than one truth, that we have to look at 3 or 4 or 5 different truths, all of which have some validity, and figure out together how they connect to the world we live in and we want to make better. Because we've never had this kind of ability to get information out without having a horse to ride on, without owning a printing press, without having to buy some multi-million-dollar supercomputer. No, we all have this ability to communicate with dozens or thousands or tens of thousands, or if you're an influencer, even more than that. We have the ability to get information out, whatever our version of the truth, whatever political action we want to take on a wider scale using new technologies than anyone's ever had. Some people have begun using it. Other people understand that even with those tools, we still have to do some door-to-door knocking on our neighbors' doors because not everyone has them or uses them. But we can use them as tools to help solve Diego's question, to help get our alternate information out, to help build for political action. Again, you're going to have some abilities to use that. My daughter, younger than my son, teaches me a little bit about TikTok, which I don't think is all bad, but I also don't think is used to its full potential. Beginning to be in some ways. There are little flashes. And yes, you obviously have more of an attention span than 15 seconds because we've been here for almost 2 hours on a Saturday morning. But we need to figure out how together, how to make the messaging clear, truthful from our perspectives, and action-oriented for peace with justice.